Today we're diving into the incredible world of babies. You might think you know a lot about them, but I guarantee some of the things we're about to cover will absolutely blow your mind. We've gathered some of the most surprising, seemingly fake facts about babies that are actually 100% true. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and prepare to be amazed. Let's start with something you see every day, crying. We all know babies cry a lot. But did you know that for the first month or so, they cry without tears? That's right. Their tear ducts are still developing, so while they can make all the noise to signal they need something, the actual tears don't show up until a little later. It's a strange thought, isn't it? All the fuss, none of the waterworks. Next up, let's talk about their bones. You'd assume babies are just smaller versions of us, but their skeletons are surprisingly different. An adult has 206 bones, but a newborn baby has around 300. So, where do all those extra bones go? They don't just disappear. Many of them are made of soft cartilage, and as the baby grows, these pieces of cartilage fuse together to form the larger, stronger bones of an adult skeleton. A perfect example is the skull, which is made of several plates that eventually join together. This flexibility is crucial for fitting through the birth canal and allowing the brain to grow rapidly. Speaking of heads, let's address the kneecaps. Or rather, the lack of them. Babies are born without bony kneecaps. What they have instead is a small structure of cartilage, like a little soft kneecap placeholder. The actual bony kneecap, the patella, doesn't start to harden or ossify until they are between 2 and 6 years old. So next time you see a baby crawling around at lightning speed, just remember they're doing it without the bony kneecaps we rely on every day. Ready for another mind-bender? Babies are born with a natural swimming reflex. If you submerge a young infant in water, they will instinctively hold their breath and make swimming motions with their arms and legs. This is called the bradycardic response. Their heart rate slows down to conserve oxygen, and they automatically know what to do. This reflex usually disappears by the time they're about 6 months old. And of course, this is not something to try at home without expert supervision, but it's an incredible reminder of our deep-seated survival instincts. Let's move on to their taste buds. You might think a baby's palate is a blank slate, but they're surprisingly sophisticated. A newborn has about 10,000 taste buds, which is roughly the same as a young adult. But here's the twist. These taste buds aren't just on their tongue. They're also on the sides, back, and roof of their mouths. Over time, these extra taste buds disappear. This heightened sense of taste is why they have such strong reactions to new flavors. It's also why they have a natural preference for sweet tastes, which is linked to the sweetness of breast milk. Here's one for the parents who feel like their baby is growing overnight. You're not imagining it. Babies experience incredible growth spurts. They typically double their birth weight by 5 months and triple it by their first birthday. If we continue to grow at that rate by the time we were adults, we'd be gigantic and weigh several tons. It's the most rapid period of growth in our entire lives, and it's a testament to the amazing developmental power packed into those tiny bodies. Now let's talk about something truly fascinating, memory. For a long time, people believed in something called infant amnesia, the idea that we can't remember anything from our first few years. While we might not have conscious narrative memories, research shows that babies are forming memories right from the start. They can recognize their mother's voice and scent just hours after birth. Studies have even shown that babies can remember specific actions or toys for days or even weeks. So while they won't remember their first birthday party, their brains are constantly learning, storing information, and building the foundations for a lifetime of memories. Have you ever noticed how a newborn's eyes can sometimes seem to wander a bit? This is because their vision is still developing. When they're born, they're very nearsighted. They can only see clearly about 8 to 12 inches away, which is roughly the distance to a parent's face during feeding. Everything else is a blur. Their ability to see in color is also limited at first. It takes a few months for their color vision to fully develop. So those high-contrast black and white toys for newborns? They're not just a design trend. They're perfectly designed for a baby's developing eyes. Here's a fact that might make you laugh. Did you know that babies can't taste salt until they're about 4 months old? Their taste receptors for salt just aren't mature yet. This is likely a protective mechanism, as their little kidneys aren't ready to process too much sodium. So, all that time you spend trying to get them to eat bland purees, they really can't tell the difference in saltiness anyway. They are, however, very receptive to sweet, sour, and bitter tastes from the get-go. Let's get back to reflexes for a moment, because they are just so cool. You've probably seen the grasp reflex. If you put your finger in a newborn's palm, they'll grip it with surprising strength. This is an involuntary primitive reflex. The grip can be so strong that some babies can even support their own body weight for a few seconds. This reflex is thought to be a holdover from our primate ancestors, where the ability to cling to their mother's fur was essential for survival. This reflex starts to fade around 3 to 4 months as their movements become more voluntary and controlled. How about this one? For a short period, babies have more neurons than adults. During fetal development and early infancy, the brain overproduces neurons and the connections between them, called synapses. It creates a super dense network. Then, a process called synaptic pruning begins. The brain starts to eliminate the connections that are used less often, while strengthening the ones that are used frequently. It's like a sculptor chipping away at a block of stone to reveal a masterpiece. This process is what allows the brain to become more efficient and specialized based on the baby's experiences. And finally, let's talk about something every parent knows well: smiles. That first real smile is a milestone every parent cherishes. But those little smirks you see from a newborn, often when they're sleeping, those are called reflex smiles. They aren't a response to you or something they find funny. They're just spontaneous and involuntary. The real deal, the social smile, typically appears around 6 to 8 weeks. That's when they start smiling in response to you, your voice, your face, your interaction. And that is one of the most rewarding moments in all of parenting. So there you have it. From crying without tears and having 300 bones to being natural-born swimmers, babies are full of unbelievable secrets. They are constantly changing, adapting, and growing in ways that are nothing short of miraculous. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. I love to hear what you think. And if you enjoy learning these amazing things about babies, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fascinating content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.